Hey everyone, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am participating in the Pinkfresh Studio ink pad blog hop release. They have a brand new beautiful ink pad release. You'll find all the information on their blog, on their Instagram, and I'll make sure that I leave everything linked down below for you guys. There is an amazing blog hop going on, and I will leave it linked down below where you can start the hop. And they are giving away the full pad inks release on their blog and then the mini cubes on the Instagram. So make sure you check out both giveaways for a chance to win. And I am going to be creating with the mini ink pads. So I have all the colors that I picked here off to the left-hand side. And I'm also going to be using the Embroidered Blossoms Stamp and Die set. And I have already stamped and cut out all of my little pieces off camera. I just stamped them out in a bunch of different colored inks and cut them out with the coordinating dies. And I'm going to be documenting this photo here. And here you'll see that it's colored, but I do end up going and printing it in black and white. I have a white 12 by 12 textured cardstock background, and my thought was I would just lay them like kind of under the photo and just kind of layer them up. I do have some leaves as well and stems that I'm going to add, and then a little cluster up here in the corner. I'm going to start by adding a little bit of splatter to the background, and I'm going to use the same colors that I used to stamp out the flowers to add the splatters. And I'll make sure that I leave all the colors that I used linked down below. I just picked one color from each of the like the color combo that I wanted. I just picked one ink from each little color family. So I'm going to pull out the inks that I'm going to use, and I'm going to start with this purple color, and this is the lavender. And these little ink packs, the cubes, come 4 in a pack, which is really, really nice. So I'm just going to go through and add some splatters using this acrylic block. I just add some ink to the block, spray with some water, and use my paintbrush to add some splatters. Really, really simple. Really easy to do. So now I'm going to go in with the Raspberry Bliss and add some splatters. And then now I'm using Clementine, and then I'll go in with some Sunshine, and then back with some more Raspberry Bliss, some more lavender, and then some Regal Kiss, which is the darker purple. Once this is all dried, I'm going to get my photo and pop it up on some foam adhesive from Thermoweb, and then begin to lay all my flowers out. So this is a brand new ink release from Pinkfresh Studio. There is amazing rainbow of colors. The inks ink out beautifully or stamp out beautifully, crisp images. I'll leave all of the inks linked down below, like I said, so you can get the mini ink cubes, and that's what I'm using today. And then there are also full ink pads as well. So you guys can check all those out. And a few of the members, design team members, have already swatched out all of the colors, and they look so, so pretty, all swatched out. So if you check out the Pinkfresh Studio Instagram, you could see, I believe Leah has swatched them out too, and that's really, really pretty. So there's my background all done. Lots and lots of splatters there with the inks. So I've got my photo, and I'm going to pop it up on some foam adhesive. And then begin to lay everything out how I want it to go. Some of these are glued down directly to the background, and then some of them are popped up on some foam adhesive. So I'm just going to kind of lay everything out how I want it to go. And I do have some that kind of hang over the edge, and I'll end up cutting those off eventually. But for now, I'm going to hang this up in my office, and I'm going to leave the pieces that are kind of hanging over, just leave them the way they are for now. When I do decide to finally put it in a page protector, I will probably trim them off. But since it's going to be hanging up with like this clipboard style frame, I'm just going to leave them hanging off. I really like how that looks, so I'm just going to leave that for now. But you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. You'll see that some of the florals are kind of hanging off the page. So I do curl up some of the edges of the photos, or not the photos, sorry, the florals, just to give them a little bit more dimension, so that some of them are kind of curled up. I do the same with some of the leaves as well. So I'm just going through and adding some florals and some stems and leaves, and kind of just getting them where I want and where they kind of look even on both sides, all along the bottom and the sides of the photo. So I started out by picking out my color palette and what colors I wanted, and then I stamped them all out on some white cardstock and then ran them through my cutting machine. And I also pulled out these acetate pieces from Just a Little Lovely. And I'm going to pull out the ones that just have the gold floral. And I'm just going to use some of these kind of tucked in behind some of the flowers on the page. And I just adhere those down with a tape runner. Just going through and seeing where I want everything to go. Popping some of them up with some foam tape. And then using some of this glue, wet glue, to get those stuck down as well. So I fidget with this for a while, trying to get them placed where I want them. And I cut out a bunch of different florals. This Embroidered Blossom Stamps that has a ton of different florals and leaves and things, and there's so many pretty flowers. So I cut out, like, I don't know how many different ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 or 7 different flowers, and stamp them out in a whole bunch of different colors. So I'm still working on getting all of these down where I want them to go. And this did take me a while to get situated just how I wanted them to go. So I did speed it up quite a bit so that you guys weren't sitting here forever watching me get all these flowers aligned. But in the end result, I think it's just so pretty. And I love the splatter in the background. And then that little bitty cluster there up in the left corner. So the photos of my son, Grant, he just had his homecoming. It was his junior year homecoming, and that is his date and his girlfriend, Sophia. So I always take pictures, and I printed this one in black and white. I felt the colors from the color photo didn't match all that well, and the background was really black. So I thought that this black and white photo would probably be best. I'm going to continue to add flowers, filling in those corners, just making sure that everything is even and looks good. And then I'm going to pull out some enamel dots, and I pull them out from, let's see, the Just a Little Lovely collection. I use some of the mixed embellishments pack. There is the gold enamel dots, and then I also just use the enamel dots from the Just a Little Lovely collection. I also pull out, I have everything sitting here, the enamel dot, or the mixed embellishments from the Office Hours collection. There are some yellow enamel dots in the mixed embellishment, so I use some of those yellow ones on this layout as well. So I think I've got gold, yellow, and then some lavender enamel dots on the layout. And then to finish up the layout, the last thing I do is do my journaling, and I always like to use my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter to type out my journaling, and I just put it down there at the bottom, and I just have one strip of journaling just about Grant and Sophia look amazing for their junior year homecoming dance, and then I put the year. I glue that down with just some wet glue. And that pretty much finishes up the layout. I think I do end up adding a couple more of the little gold acetate pieces from Just a Little Lovely kind of tucked in. There was one big floral piece, and I cut it into like three different pieces. That way I could scatter it around the layout, and I really like the way that those look kind of peeking out. It's kind of hard to see in the photos because they are acetate and gold, and it's kind of hard to photograph, but I tried to get some close-up shots so you guys can see them, because it's really, really pretty. The gold peeking out behind all the colorful florals, and then you have the gold enamel dots to kind of tie in that gold. I do find a die cut from the Just a Little Lovely die cut pack. I didn't want to do like a really big title, so I just found the die cut that says beautiful, and it's a really pretty font. So I glued that down there right below the photo on top of the flowers, and then there was a little word strip that said One Fine Day, so I kind of tucked that in there as well. I glue both of those down just with some wet adhesive, and I hold them down just a little bit so I make sure that they are stuck down nice and good. Just tucking in some more leaves here, filling in some of the little holes there that I see that are not full of florals yet. Make sure you guys check out the Pinkfresh Studio blog for this amazing blog hop. You guys do not want to miss this giveaway. The ink pad release is absolutely amazing. You are going to want to get your hands on some of these inks. If you don't win the giveaway, make sure you head on over to the shop and check out all the inks. It's really nice, the cubes. You can try out the inks in the smaller size if you didn't want to get a bigger size ink pad. So I'll leave everything linked down below for you guys. Make sure you leave comments along the way on the hop. Also, make sure that you sign up for the Pinkfresh Studio newsletter, and also check out the Facebook page, and then also like them on Instagram. You are going to see a ton of inspiration using all of these ink pads in this hop, from scrapbooking to card making. You are not going to want to miss it. Still filling in some spots, pulling in some of the smaller florals that I had stamped out, and just kind of tucking them here and there. Just filling in all of these little open spaces. And then you can see how some of these florals are kind of hanging off the page. You can see up at that corner there in that little cluster at the top. And then on the right hand side, you can see some of the florals. Oh, my big head's in the way. Hanging off the page. And then this lavender floral will also hang off the page as well. I really love all of these colors. They're so, so pretty together. I just love this color combo. So I like the way that looks, and then I'll just find some other embellishments to kind of sprinkle around the page. Pulling out all of my Pinkfresh Studio embellishment packs. And I didn't want to do too much as far as embellishing, because I think the florals in the photo, like right in the center, is like the main focus. So I really wanted those florals and the sprinkles to stand out. So I thought enamel dots would be perfect, and then a really small title, but still really, really pretty. So that beautiful die cut with that really pretty font, I think is just perfect with this layout. So like I said, I'll leave everything linked down below for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and like this video. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will receive a notification when I upload a new process video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the amazing ink release and the inspiration-filled blog hop. I will catch you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys all have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.